narrative for mathematical discovery with a case study of how an AI monkey developed the theory of syllogism. Let's start with the recent challenge that appeared last Thursday by the famous star. I don't need to write his name on the slides. Okay. So the challenge is this: if there is an AI trained by the data till the year 1911, and this AI create the theory of relativity. Okay. Let's say if it can, then this AI should be able to do this reasoning. Either gravity is a force acting in space, or gravity is a curvature of space-time. Premise one. The second premise is gravity is not a force acting in space. Conclusion is therefore gravity is the curvature of space-time. And this is disjunctive syllogism reasoning, part of the theory of syllogism appeared more than 2,000 years ago. A recent study found that clever monkeys can do this disjunctive reasoning. Okay, the study was conducted in the Department of Psychology at Harvard University, published in 2021. The question is, if that AI exists, and this AI should be able to evolve from statistical-based disjunctive learning to deterministic syllogist reasoning. Okay, this AI should do this, and it can generate the theory of relativity. And this. There are a lot of evaluation of large language models and showing a huge gap that they cannot do syllogist reasoning. And for disjunctive syllogist reasoning, the accuracy is about 23%. It's very low, but they cannot do that. Question is why they cannot do it. Actually, first question is why we should think about neural models should be able to do logical reasoning. We need to go back to the origin of the first paper in neural network. Is published in 1943 by Warren McCockley and Walter Pitts. They observed the behavior of single neuron. Okay, this is they collect information and they do some weighted summation and then either activate or not. And the two authors believe this behavior is similar to the logical circuit of this jump. Okay, and then they designed this mathematical model, and this is the perceptual model is the foundation of all the current neural networks till the large language model. In their paper, they referenced only 3 papers. Principia Mathematica, the basic of theoretical logic, and the logic of syntactic language. But so obviously, their mathematical model is developed for logical reason. And the beginning of the history of logical reasoning starts with Aristotle's syllogist reasoning. The question is, can this artificial neural model of perception realize syllogist reasoning first? Okay. Reasoning of syllogist reasoning has been conducted by logicians for over 2,000 years, but they do not think about developing neural models to syllogist reasoning. It's too simple. But instead, this question is addressed in psychologist, in the literature of psychology. The leading psychologists is till today is still Johnson Laird and Sangeet Khemlani. They published paper in 2012, say developing neural models for syllogistic reasoning is a utopian. It's not possible. Okay. And the question is, this means it's not possible to develop a neural model that reaches the symbolic level of syllogistic reasoning. The question is, what's missing in their mathematical model of artificial neural? So here is the conclusion. So perception-based neural network cannot achieve symbolic level of syllogism, and foundation model is a kind of perception-based neural network. And so therefore, foundation model cannot achieve symbolic level of syllogistic reasoning. Therefore, they cannot generate theory of relativity if using perception-based network. If we question how human mind do reasoning, actually there are a variety of results besides the observation of single neurons. For example, in 1948, so Tolman's experiment with rats found that rats and also humans have a cognitive map about the external environment. They call it cognitive map. Later, there are a lot of work, for example, Stephens and Cooper's. Their research found that spatial concepts are represented as regions in mind, not as vectors. And also Johnson Laird and Sangeet Khemlani, their research and with many others found reasoning is a process of model construction and inspection. And then recently, Barbara Turisky's work is that abstract logical reasoning is reference to spatial reasoning. We first, babies first know how to crawl, how to navigate on the floor, and then they can develop a high-level abstract logical reasoning. And recent studies about monkeys that say they can do a disjunctive syllogistic reasoning. So the question is, how can we integrate these findings into a basic neural model and perform read? So first, their claim is developing neural model. This means vector-based neural model is a utopian. And Tony Kahn's work is that even you use a pen to make a dot on the paper, it's a region, it's not a point. So we extend vector into a sphere in the vector space. The reasoning is to construct a sphere configuration. So the model is a configuration of spheres, not the vectors. So spatial thinking is a foundation of abstract thinking. It means giving an abstract deduction, we try to create a model. So perception-based neural network cannot achieve symbolic level of syllogistic reasoning. We just draw Euler diagram. Okay. The two are disconnected. Foundation model is a green circle should inside the yellow circle, means foundation model is a kind of perception-based neural network. If we integrate these two parameters together, we have a configuration with three circles, and then we observe these three circles and can see the foundation model should disconnect from the symbolic level of syllogism. So we conclude we we get to the conclusion. Okay. Then how to construct this model? We're using a map, a neighborhood transition map. If the current configuration is not the target, we're using this map to push towards the target. It always push towards to the target along the path, and then towards to transform the neighborhood. So if current is part whole, so inside, target is disconnected, so next neighbor is partial overlap. Okay, then we're using a gradual descent function to push to the neighborhood status. And reaching symbolic level of reasoning means we should distinguish valid, invalid, satisfiable, and unsatisfiable. Let's see how satisfiable means. Satisfiable means there is a configuration of three spheres that satisfy the three statements, two premises and one conclusion. Unsatisfiable means there's no configuration of these three spheres that satisfy all or both premises and conclusion. And invalid means premises and the negation of conclusion is satisfiable. So there's a counterexample. Valid means premises and the negation of the conclusion, these three statements are unsatisfiable. So the network reach that level will be able to determine when there's no models. So the unsatisfiability is the challenge. We set a criteria to such a neural network that reaching symbolic level means for any satisfiable configuration, there is a known number m. This network will construct the model using maximum this m number of epochs. And this m should be known and proven without data. So it's a theoretical value and designed with the network, the constructing process. Okay. And we develop this fair neural network and prove this m equals 1. This means it just will use one iteration, and if the configuration ended with all to satisfy all the statement, then the conclusion is satisfiable. If failed, the network will stop iteration and said the negation of the conclusion is valid. And to explain how to reason with disjunctive syllogism reasoning, we need to consider negation G. Okay. And then we need to create this sphere on the surface of sphere. So if this is circle, then the sphere is an arc. The negation of this negation G is a complement of this arc, is also an arc, so it's closed. So for disjunctive syllogism, if F follows either G or H, this means the F arc should be covered by the union of G and H. Then the reasoning process is just to rotating these arcs with update its length. So F should be covered by the union of G and H. And the second premise is F should be covered by complement of G arc. Then it should be only part there, and then should be disconnected from G. In the end, we know F must be covered by H, so this conclusion is satisfiable. So in this way, we just create this neighborhood transition on the surface of the sphere. We only change this, and then we can greatly promote the reasoning ability of this fair network beyond classic syllogism. For example, it can reach the symbolic level of this 16 deduction, a general modus ponens, negation variant of general modus ponens, and blah, blah, till this negation of variant of general dilemma. So to summarize how a current neural network can reach symbolic level of syllogism with this variants, instead of to increase data, we just don't. What we do is to we introduce the radius of we interpret the vector embedding as a special case of sphere with radius 0, and we drop this restriction. So there is a radius. And we introduce in the method of reasoning through model construction. Okay. And then reasoning is to construct a configuration of the statement and determine whether it is satisfiable or valid and unsatisfiable. For mathematical discovery, so the monkeys now can invent theory of syllogism. Yeah. So it can just conjecture a syllogistic statement and then let the sphere network to construct a model. If it failed to construct a contradiction, then it identifies a series. It's a valid. Otherwise, find a counterexample, it's refute. If we now have symbolic tools like Lean, then we can combine the two. If the symbolic tool found the conclusion is valid and the sphere network fails to do it, then this means we need to introduce additional geometrical semantics for the sphere network. Something it can happen that sphere network fails to do this. Fail means traditional network output statement. Each statement has a latent vector. Here, sphere network should fix this orientation, only update radius. Okay. In that case means the traditional network's latent vector must be updated. It should be allow rotation. This means this sphere network can efficiently remove the bias introduced by data. Okay, there's a loop. And this loop is, if we only use a symbolic tool, we will not be efficiently update latent vector values. And this is the case. If sphere network find a valid result, but symbolic tool do not have it, in that case is a mathematical discovery. We may find theory of relativity and theory of syllogism. That's the big picture. This is my advertisement. So next month there'll be another workshop organized at Cambridge, and Challenge is also co-chair. We invited these online speakers. We probably only have one online speaker. Is the he will be in Australia, I guess. Especially the Tony and Barbara will be on site, and who will give they will give wonderful keynote speeches. And Tony will say, can large language models solve spatial puzzles? I says no, they cannot. And Barbara will talk about her book, actually, The Mind in Motion, How Action Shapes Thoughts. Questions?